Georgia 14, we have hit the bottom of the barrel. If not actually the bottom of the barrel, we're awful close. Here are the three candidates that are running for the congressional seat in the 14th District of Georgia. On the left, we have Marcus Flowers. In the center, we have Angela Pence. And on the right, we have Marjorie Greene. We'll start with Angela Pence. It's obvious to see that Angela has a chest tattoo and green hair. She's also overweight. This in itself does not present a very attractive picture to me for a congressional candidate. If we jump over to Angela's campaign website, the first thing we're greeted with is she hasn't acquired the minimum number of signatures to be on the ballot. So she may not be on the ballot in November. I would have to question, Angela, if you are not capable of acquiring the signatures to be on the ballot, why should I believe that you're capable of doing anything more complex? Next, we'll take a look at Mrs. Greene. Here on the Marjorie Greene website, we have Write Your Rep. I did twice. You have all these fields to fill out. And down here for your message, yes, I would like a response, which I checked on both of mine. My one message was dealing with student loan forgiveness, in which case I told Mrs. Greene I wanted her to vote against student loan forgiveness. These people took these loans of their own free will and used them for worthless degrees, and now they want us to pay for it, the taxpayer. We paid to give them the loan to begin with. The second message that I sent her was concerning impeachment of President Biden. We spent approximately $11.5 million on the impeachment of President Trump, and what was the end result? President Trump remained in office. So what will be the end result of her impeachment of President Biden? We'll spend $11.5 million of taxpayer money, and President Biden will either remain in office or Kamala Harris will become president. The response I received back from Mrs. Greene was concerning education. She obviously did not read either one of my messages, and it was just a canned response. She's not paying any attention to what the people of the 14th District say. I've made a video that's on my website that I would encourage everyone to view when it comes to Mrs. Greene. There's a portion of the video where she is yelling and screaming at another representative on the steps of the Capitol building because they disagree on the subject of abortion. Is this how you have a civil exchange with someone who has a difference of opinion? Mrs. Greene is the epitome of cancel culture. If you don't agree with her and her opinion, she is going to bully you and do whatever she has to do to silence you. Mrs. Greene is not part of the solution. She is part of the problem. She has been a total embarrassment for the people of the 14th District of Georgia. I understand why the people would cheer her on initially. It's due to their outrage with the federal government. She has done absolutely nothing towards accomplishing her campaign promises. Absolutely nothing. And we have paid this woman $696,000. On her website here, she wants to fire Fauci. Well, that should have been done a long time ago. And if we scroll down here, we get to latest news from the media. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene introduces 21st Century Free Speech Act to abolish Section 230. Okay, but Mrs. Greene, this has absolutely nothing to do with your campaign promises. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene introduces Congressional Voting Accountability Act to force roll votes on everything. Once again, Mrs. Greene, what is your point to this? This has absolutely nothing to do with your campaign promises. If we elect Mrs. Greene to a second term, we will have paid her a total of $1,392,000 to do absolutely nothing other than yell and scream at people she disagrees with. Last one on our list is Marcus Flowers. We can see that he is by far the most professional looking of the group. So we'll jump over to Mr. Flowers' website. Unfortunately, the first thing he has to say is he's running to defeat Marjorie Taylor Greene. So that's why we should agree to pay you $696,000 just because you're here to defeat Mrs. Green? We'll scroll down a little bit and see what old Marcus has to say. In the second paragraph here, Marcus has spent a decade in combat zones around the world and has worked on 4 continents. He has seen firsthand the damage done by extremism and disinformation. Here we go. This is code speak for I am going to censor you. I want to get rid of your First Amendment rights.
A wise man made a good point to me today. He said, we used to march for our rights, and now we have people who are marching to take their own rights away and to take rights away from everyone. It's very odd.
Right below this, Marcus's values are those of this district: loyalty, duty, honor, respect, service, integrity, unity, courage, and fierce love of America and its Constitution. Marcus swore an oath at 18 years old to protect and defend that document, and he lives by that oath daily. Well, Mr. Flowers, if you live by that oath, then why are you interested in censoring people, eliminating the First Amendment rights of people? This is in direct contradiction. I sent 2 emails to Mr. Flowers, both of which have not been answered. It's been over a week. So I decided, well, let's just take a look around at Mr. Flowers. And we have his Marcus Flowers for Congress over here on YouTube. Let's just grab some random videos. We've got this one, which is Marcus Flowers, Democrat for Congress. And as we scroll down, the comments are turned off. Okay, well, let's take a look at another video for him. How about the virtual town hall February 10th? And as we scroll down, well, the comments are turned off on that too. So how about Paulding County Democrats meeting? And as we scroll down, the comments are turned off on that. It appears as though Mr. Flowers is not interested in hearing anything that anybody has to say. This is what you get when you subscribe to the lesser of two evils mentality. The lesser of two evils is still evil. I would have to say that, judging by the looks of the primary results, Mrs. Green will run away with the general election over Marcus Flowers. None of these 3 would be good representation of the 14th district in Georgia. That's it for me. Y'all have a great day, and I'm out.